What's up, YouTube? So I just wanted to share, I got one of these Ibanez bases. It's the, what is that, TMB 100 WH. Anyways, 150 bucks, $149.99 at Guitar Center for 4th of July sale. I plugged it in, and the EQ on this thing is really cool. And you gotta say that this looks pretty good, right? I mean, this turtle shell with the white, I mean, it looks pretty sweet, right? This is the volume, okay? And this is the switching between the pickups, the front pickups and the back pickups. And they're like, you know, whatever, jazz bass style, and they're active. So there's your battery compartment. So it's an active EQ, and I have to say, I'm not a bass player. I just like to noodle with things and get tones and sounds. And this thing, I mean, I think for 150 bucks alone, I think just the EQ and the pickups themselves, you can probably throw these into another bass, like a better quality bass than this, which the quality's not that bad, but so it's a little janky because the strings are a little bit off, but you know, for 150 bucks, what can you expect? Anyways, so the EQ, right, volume, and then the sweeps between the two pickups, and there's also an indentation in the middle. So it's just basically volume, up or down, it's indentated in the middle, and then, you know, to the front and the rear pickup. And then this is EQ, so it's, I believe it's high and it's low. Could be mistaken, could be opposite, but you'll figure it out. Anyways, but I'm gonna goof around a little bit so you can hear what this thing sounds like. So I'm gonna have the volume all the way up, and I've got all the detents in the middle. So I've got this lick. I'm just going to play the same thing over and over and play with the EQ. I'm not a bass player, but I just was impressed with the EQ and wanted to share. So here we go. Oh, by the way, I'm playing through the Fender Bronco modeling amp, and this is, I don't know if I programmed this or if it's actually a preset or something like that. It's probably a preset. But anyways, that's what we're going through. I'll show what that looks like, and here's the settings. But like I said, what's impressive is this EQ, about how it really changes. I've never really heard an EQ change the tone as much as this, and I was impressed. So. Okay, now I'm gonna turn the bottom one all the way up. So you can see, I mean, how drastic that tonal change is. I mean, I'll go back to the middle. You know, it put like this super heavy, fat bass on it. Oh, that's the opposite way, sorry. I mean, that's mean. I like that. And then the opposite is really sharp, really high. I mean, come on. That just from twisting the knob, dude. Ugh. Let's see, I'm not a bass player. Right? Okay, so. I mean, I see you could do like layering bass lines, and you can get, I mean, if you play the same bass line with these 3 different characteristics or tonalities, right? That bass. Oh, there it is. All right, so we'll put this back to the middle, and then we'll just, I heard that, so we'll take this all the way up, right? Okay, and then back to the middle. Obviously it's a treble. Okay, we'll go back up again. I mean, it has that bass, but it still cuts through like crazy. All right, okay, so let's turn it all the way the other way. It's kind of flat. That I don't really like as much. So I'm going to put these back to center. And then let's just, I assume this is the back pickup. I'm rolling it, what is this, counterclockwise? So I believe that's this pickup right here. Okay, so now that we're all the way back on this pickup, I'm going to play with this for a second. Okay, all the way to the other side. I gotta say, this bass really sounds good with them combined together. So let's put this back to the middle, and then we'll turn this all the way up. Back the other way. So kind of flat. Back in the middle. Okay, so detent, detent. Now let's flip it all the way forward. I think that's these. Some of you might be thinking this is driving you nuts, but I always like to hear it, the same lick repeated, and hearing the different tonalities of it. I mean, I don't know how good of a job this is coming out on the video, but that's just kind of my style. So, you know, if you have any recommendations, let me know. I could do something different. But anyway, so I think, like I said, we're on this pickup because we're all the way rolled in. Volume's all the way up. These are in the middle. So let's take the bass and roll it all the way forward. All right, so all the way back. Okay, and then put that to the middle, roll that all the way forward. Okay, and roll all the way back. Yeah, so that's like the worst part. Not worst part, but the worst sounding, I think, of it. Now let's bring the pickups back to both of them. When I like, let's just roll them all the way forward, right in the middle. So that's wild. Again, another tone, right? Okay, and we'll just bring them all the way back, which is probably flat. I don't know, it's just boring. Sounds like a... Interesting. So we'll put it back to the middle, all the way up. Let's bring this forward a little bit towards this pickup. So that's back to the middle. So anyways, that's what the EQ does for this Ibanez bass. The, what was it, the TMB 100. And it's just, you know, it's a really clean looking bass. It's just really clean. You know, it has this, you know, it's cut out, molded, or the mold cut out, whatever. It's you know, nicely done. And this one I got a nice thicker piece of wood because there was 3 bases there, and this one actually just, it felt like when you picked it up there was a little bit of weight to it, and so I figured it'd be a thicker body and it would maybe that's why it kind of has this meaty tone, because the other ones, they just were kind of light. They didn't feel right, but this one has a nice feel to it, and that's why I picked it. But anyway, so that's the headstock. The tuners are not that great. The ones I got, this was the floor model. It actually sounded the best, and I got it anyways. Let's see, will that focus? There you go, a little bit. So those are the tuners, and you can see, like, I don't know if you can get that in there, but they're just, you know, they've got a little oxidation on them. But the hardware, you know, that's okay. The bridge, I think, is probably, between the bridge and the tuners, you know, those are the worst parts, but those are the pickups. And they look a little bit smaller. They kind of look, I don't know, they're not really attractive. They kind of look cheap, in my opinion. But, I mean, it sounds pretty good, man. So, there you go, a little bit. The side here, you know, it's got the 4-bolt. This is the neck pocket here. You know, and the action on this one is actually, I don't know, the other ones, the action was a lot higher, so it's still, you know, it's still a little clicky. Could be higher, but. Anyways, so that's my review of this Ibanez bass that I got for 150 bucks. Guitar Center, okay? And they keep doing it. I don't know. They're, you know, putting stuff out here that's just, you know, how could you go wrong with something like this? Especially with this EQ, man. I'm telling you, this is a nice purchase. It's a good thing. And it's made in Indonesia, because I know the China thing is, you know, it's, I guess, catching up quality-wise and stuff like that, but I still don't like to purchase China-made instruments. That's why I like this, because it's Indonesia. So, anyways, that's the review for this bass. We appreciate you checking it out. If you like it, please comment, like, and subscribe. And I'm Enzo Treppa with my review on this bass. Peace out.